What's up, YouTube? This is KingCobraJFS, another video. I'm in the process of trying to get a car. I gotta stay for my driver's license and all that, so that's be my next goal here. This is my friend Kent. He works with me at Wendy's. He's a place to crash. You're sleeping in his truck. I said, you know what, you can come stay with me until you get your own place. It's cool, dude. So, yeah. And he's a pretty cool dude, you know. He's quiet, doesn't make too much noise. It's probably a good thing so the neighbors won't hate him. I imagine the neighbors didn't like Chris that much. But anyway, I called Stephanie, and it was good to hear from her again. It really was. I try to act all macho, pretend like I don't miss her, but the truth is I miss her terribly. I really do. There's a couple of times, I'd wake up and she came to visit. She's right there next to me in my bed, all snuggled up, all cozy and warm next to me, and that felt fucking amazing, man. It's just like, holy fuck, I actually got a girlfriend, and then lo and behold, she started talking about moving into the apartment. She moved to Casper. I'm like, holy shit, things are moving way too fast. Slow down. We knew each other for like a couple of months, and it's just like, bam, things are taking off. So, I don't know. And the long distance relationship with Stephanie was hard. I'm thinking to myself, this is I'm thinking, what? I can get a girlfriend in John Core. I could probably try to get one in Casper. So I broke up with Stephanie thinking I could actually get a girlfriend in Casper. It turns out it's not as easy as I thought it was. John Core had that convenience of small campus, not very many students. People knew each other really quickly. Within a week, you knew everybody. So, yeah. But it was good hearing from her again. It really was. So, I don't know. I got a lot of personal shit to work out. But I just think I got a haircut too, so yeah, talking about shopping for jeans and stuff. I'm like, oh, so I think personally, I started doubting the relationship and wondering why am I still in it. Long distance, I got depressed, and the depression ate away at me to the point where I wanted to just, I figured Stephanie could probably be with someone who was closer to her, but I think, if I really want Stephanie back, I gotta be able to make it work and just, know that. I don't know. Man, I really don't know. But the thing of it is, man, I miss her terribly. I really do. And I'm wishing I hadn't broke up with her. I wish I could be with her right now. I wish I could hold her again. It's nice, So. Personally, it wasn't just the sex, man. We are awesome at communicating with each other, and we have a lot in common. So I think, I had something going good with her, and I hope I didn't screw things up too badly. It'd be nice if I could hold her again, but, oh well. I don't know, man, if she's got a boyfriend or not. I checked her Facebook. She doesn't update anything. Just talking about her day, I guess, and I think to myself, holy shit, But, yeah. I rolled a cigarette, so it's not much, but I like the cherry pie tobacco. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I got it at Walmart. I figured both had tobacco, so I'll show what tobacco I got left to make it happen, you know what I'm saying? Because life's hard. When you gotta struggle, it helps to have someone there that cares for you, you know what I'm saying? It's your friend, you know what I'm saying? And with Stephanie, I care about her a lot. I really do. I try to pretend like I don't. But then I see some guy, posting shit about her on Facebook. So when you gonna come back to Colorado? I'm like, who the fuck is this scumbag? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. But I can tell you from personal experience, a long distance relationship sucks because the thing of it is, she come to see me and oh god, it was awesome those couple of days, you know what I'm saying? But then freaking she'd go back to Job Corps and be like, oh, it's gone so soon, you know. But oh well. I think I'm constantly broke. I make no fucking money, but I make enough to support myself, and that's pretty awesome. So, and it may not be much, you know, scrubbing and pissing off a toilets for $8.50 an hour, but it's a job. And I'm damn proud of it. So, you know, it's better than no job. So, you think you're gonna try to get a car, but cigarettes are expensive. That's why you switch to Rollies. They're a lot cheaper and easier to make. Big ass bag of the Bonza bag of 4 Aces pipe tobacco. It's $20, and I've had this bag for a couple of months now. There's still a lot left in it, so you can make a lot of cigarettes with that. Granted, you have to roll them by hand with a zigzag roller and papers, but it's a lot cheaper in the long run than buying them by the pack, and they're actually a lot better when you let that tobacco air out and just get really stale. It's got a nice taste to it, so. Cheapest cigarettes you can get right here. So, yeah. In fact, me and Stephanie's song is "Here for You" by Ozzy Osbourne, and it's a good song. I tried to listen to it the other night, and I can't listen to it all the way through right now. It just hurts too much, you know. It just reminds me of Stephanie, and oh god, it makes me wonder so bad, you know. But and ironically enough, Stephanie doesn't mind the fact that I smoke tobacco or drink or watch porn because she watches porn too. So, and most guys are like, "You idiot! You had an awesome relationship with her." And I kick myself every day for it. And I just, oh my god. And I think, you know what? Well, long distance crap sucking. Maybe I can try to get a girlfriend on Casper. It turns out it's not working. It's a lot harder than it looks. And I'm not exactly the most confident with women. And Stephanie didn't care, you know. Awesome, awesome person. But I realize, you know, I have feelings for her. I really do. And I miss her terribly. And I think to myself, if I admit that, that makes me weak, but it doesn't. It just means I have feelings for her. That's okay. So, yeah. But I got ketchup stains all over my pants because, oh and behold, I had the ketchup pump I was changing in the lobby, and there's a tip that pokes into the bag that helps the whole system flow nicely, and I popped it into the bag, and it popped all over my. As I was carrying it to the bag, you know, some of it spills out and got all over my pant leg here, so I have to wash that off. But I think to myself, you know what? What can I offer Stephanie? I mean, I barely make enough money to support myself, and I think, oh, she gets a job, you know, it'll actually help a lot with, you know, support and stuff. So, yeah, but. Ironically enough, I was going through my computer and I found a couple of videos that I never seen online like at all. It means definitely having sex, and I thought that's just for my personal use. And I thought to myself, oh, look how happy I was, and look how happy she looked, you know, just in that moment of lust and awesomeness. I think, oh god, I miss that. I miss being able to hold her and make her feel special because she makes me feel special, you know. And she was the first girl to actually give me a chance, and that says a lot for me personally because growing up, I was never the ladies' man, you know. Um, and I've been really angry these past couple of days. I think it's because I miss Stephanie, and you know, and yeah, stuff like that. So, and people talk all the shit they want. Oh, you gave her a hot pocket. Wow. Well, considering I don't make much at Wendy's, I make enough to support myself and buy a couple of groceries. That's it, you know, and pay rent and internet, and you know, and try to cut back on my smoking for money. You know, saying and start rolling these rollies because they're cheaper, they're a lot healthier for you because it's pipe tobacco. But yeah. Uh, so, yeah. Well, I talked to her, and it was good to hear her voice again. It really was. So just a text message, it was like, oh, it wasn't a dream. It was real. I think it's, growing up, going through life, I'm trying to analyze everything, and I realize I see Stephanie full of just sex. I see her as an awesome person. We have a lot in common, and we connect so amazingly. It's weird because I grew up my entire life. Chicks just don't give a shit. They're like, this guy's a creep. Oh, it's Josh. Asperger's. Oh, I feel sorry for him. Whatever. I mean, Stephanie, she looks past all that and gives me a chance, and it definitely made a difference in my world because, especially at Job Corps, too, when I first got there, chicks were not talking to me. But then they saw how awesome I was with Stephanie, and they're like, oh, he's actually a gentleman after all. I'm shocked. And then they start talking to me like, well, now you care. Whatever, dude. So, yeah. I remember the first time me and Stephanie had sex, I had no clue what I was doing, and I didn't go to my dad for that advice or my mom because I didn't want to be awkward about it. So I asked Stephanie, help me, please. I don't want this to be awkward for you at all. And you know, I learned a couple of things, and my buddy Danny Frank at Job Corps, who's a complete man, he's had sex with a lot of women. He taught me a couple of things too. So yeah, but I can still remember the way Stephanie tastes. So God, it's awesome. So there's a definite sexual attraction between me and Stephanie, and well, me especially, and then there's also something deeper than that. It's, believe it or not, she likes to listen to Slipknot. She doesn't look the type to listen to Slipknot, but she likes to listen to Slipknot. And I thought, wow, holy shit. So, I don't know, I miss her terribly, I really do. But I try to act like I don't, but I do. And, yeah. Oh, I went and checked out a couple movies in the library because I figured, you know what, I want to watch a comedy, maybe brighten my spirits a little bit. So I rented 2 comedies from the library. This one was so badly scratched up you couldn't even watch it, and I've seen this movie 100 times, so I know it by heart. This one, I couldn't even start. It just fucking stopped till I count at the beginning of the movie. So it just could not be read. I'm thinking to myself, really? Now here's the thing, they don't have movie stores anymore. If you see one, it's like, oh, what's that? It's like an episode of South Park. But the thing of it is, if they pay someone to sit on their ass all day and make sure the DVDs are clean, they have a lot of DVDs at the libraries. I think, what, that'd be an easy job, just sit on your ass all day and make sure the DVDs are clean and working. You think to yourself, that's not much, but the thing of it is, it's a courtesy. These DVDs are so fucking scratched up, I can't even watch them on the PS2, and my computer won't read them, so I'm thinking, ugh. So I think, you know what, it's life, it happens, so, yeah. But, I'll admit, Steph started talking about moving in with me and shit, and I thought, oh, fuck, dude, I'm not ready for this, holy shit, I've just met her, and it's like 4 months, and boom, we're already having sex, and planning on moving in together and shit like that. And, it got to me, it was like, holy shit, this is. But, I realized that I've had roommates before, and I'm comfortable with that, but, yeah, so. And ironically enough, Stephanie actually has the exact same sense of humor as I do. She'll laugh about necrophilia and make jokes about it with me, and we'll sit there and laugh about it all day. It's like, that's fucked up, but yeah, it's ironic as all hell. So, is Stephanie my soulmate? I don't know, but all I do know right now at the moment is I miss her terribly, and I wish I hadn't broken up with her. So. Well, because that's just the thing when I was dating Stephanie, I had so much confidence. I figured to myself, yeah. But then, the first couple of weeks being single, I'm like, all right, I'm single. Let's do this. Let's find some chick and make it happen. And yeah, no. So yeah, it didn't work out like I thought it would. So, and that's just the thing about confidence, especially with me, because I have no confidence in myself whatsoever. It's amazing I even play guitar. But yeah, that's just the thing too. Is I thought to myself, well, if I can carry that confidence, but it's just frustrating. It really is. I miss her terribly. I really do. But and you know what's ironic as fuck is that I work with women all day at Wendy's, and I got no problems with that. But when you're single, it kind of sucks because just saying. And I do my best to keep my mouth shut and work because it's not my place to flirt in the office. It's a sexual harassment policy, and I just don't want to risk it. And you think to yourself, well, and here's the ironic fuck of it all, is that 98% of people I work with are female. There's about 2% male population, so we're outnumbered, man. Yeah. In fact, this point in time, I'm carrying this huge thing of sweet tea for the lobby. I'm like, sweet behind, I'm trying to carry it behind me and stuff because it's big. You gotta stay behind so people are, because that kitchen's tiny, so you want to run into someone, end up spilling the beef or getting burnt or something like that. So, one of the older women's like, nice nose my behind, Josh. Just think it's sweet, don't you? I'm like, no, I think she's being a smart ass, but still, it was like, really? Oh, come on now, it's just creepy. Come on. But it's work humor, I guess. So you don't let it get to you, So fuck, fuck. And then I go and see the pictures of me and Stephanie on Facebook, all happy together and shit, and I go, oh. But so I'd love to get back together with Stephanie. I really would. And I think at this point, I've had enough time to myself to think, you know what? I wouldn't mind if she moved to Italy. I think that'd be fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? So, if she couldn't get a job in computers, I could probably get her a job at Wendy's. So, I mean, it's fast food, but it's better than no job. So, yeah. So, if I got a car too, that'd be really convenient for both of us. We could work at the same place and share a car. That'd be really awesome. So, yeah. The car I'm looking at, they want $2,000 for it, but it's a pretty sweet car. The interior's got these dark emerald green seats, luxury. Oh, so I called the guy and let him know, and waiting to hear back from him. So I got my flashcards out. So when I come home from work, I want to study those because right now I can't focus on anything but Stephanie. All I think about is Stephanie right now, and God damn it, I miss her terribly. But yeah. But you look deep in thought. It's, well, the thing of it too is that I don't know if she has a boyfriend or not, so I don't want to seem like I don't want to seem desperate, and what I'm saying. I called her, and oh God, it was good to hear her voice. So it really was. It was like, oh, but I don't know. So. Man. In fact, I might just stick those videos on my iPod just so I have something to look at when I go in the bathroom, just because if I get bored. Like, what? Yeah, that's perverted. Nah. But, so, yeah. But, what I can do is that, because this folder I got going here. And yeah, I can make an untitled folder and make some space on it. I can delete some of the photos I have here. Thinking, what? I have this app, my iPod Touch, called the Jiggle app, which is perfectly innocent because you can take a photo and stretch it and it jiggles, you know. So I managed to find a way to make it perverted. I took a couple of risque photos of women and, you know, set the jiggle to their breasts, slow it down, like, oh, it jiggles. Awesome. Because apparently Apple ejected an app for that called the iBoob Jiggle app, and apparently it was because they thought it was too pornographic or some shit. I'm like, really? Wow. Okay, here's the thing. If there's no sex involved, it's not porn. Because you Google porn, guess what pops up? Sex. And it's misleading sex, mind you. So, yeah. The thing of it is, too, man, is that with iPod Touch, I can watch video on it. So I can actually put pornos me and Stephanie made on my computer on my iPod and watch it on my convenience when I'm not at home. Because I have the worst luck with women. I'm very awkward with women, and I try to play smooth, but I'm, incredibly socially awkward. And I finally get a chance to get a girlfriend, and I break up with her because things are moving too fast, and I was confused and doubting my emotions, long distance depression, and just a wonderful combination. They throw in the drinking too, and it just kind of heightens it. So, yeah. But get rid of a couple of these photos here, and just make room for the videos. I don't know how much space the iPod will hold, but I know it's a lot of space. But the thing of it is, I don't want to. I tried listening to "Here for You" by Ozzy Osbourne the other night. I got through half the song. I turned it off and switched to something like Cannibal Corpse, something more angry and metal sounding, because it brings up too many memories, man. So I don't know. I really don't. Okay. Empty the trash. There we go. Gotta scroll through my documents here. Let's see. GarageBand, Naked Chicks, band photos of bands I like, GarageBand, read random photos. Some old houses, some CD covers, miscellaneous shit. I might add more to my CD cover, I'm not sure. I might not. It's all going to depend, if I like what I see on the album cover. If I don't, I might, I like what I got with the album cover so far. It looks pretty good in my opinion, but yeah. Let's see here. I know they're here. Let's see. Let's go to movies. Ah, there they are. Okay. Here's one. Here's two. Okay. Now put them in my untitled folder. And my iPod charger. Here. Plug in my iPod. Where the hell is my iPod? Oh, Oh, it's right there on the. Oh, okay. And then she started talking about, she bought some jeans that were too tight. I'm like, oh. And then she talked about another pair of jeans that she had. The zipper kept on coming undone. I'm like, oh. And I couldn't help myself, man. I just. So whether or not Stephanie will take me back, I don't know. But I would love for her to be having us thinking on just whatever. I admit I made some mistakes. I cheated on her, and I feel guilty about it. That's why I told her about it. If I didn't feel guilty about it, I would have kept my mouth shut. But the thing of it is, I have a conscience. It's hard to believe an awkward fuck like me has a conscience, but yeah. So, yeah. That's the sort of making machine. So, I figure, you know what? I may not be making much at Wendy's, but I'm making enough to support myself. And if Stephanie came moved in, and that thing could make life a lot easier for me, but what if I can't, I'm struggling and having a hard time. I can have someone that'll understand, just Stephanie's been through a lot too, believe it or not. So, yeah. Okay, that didn't work out like I thought it would. There's gotta be a way to put these on my iPod. There's gotta be a way. Include video. Check mark. Apply. Sweet. Now I kind of a piece of her with me wherever I go. If she's not with me, I can remember, You're thinking that's just perverted and sick, but yeah. You said you've been to a couple marriages, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What fun were they? He's smiling like, what?
It's fun, I guess.
What's fun for us?
Better than being single, I guess, in my point of view.
Yeah, I think, whatever depression I'm suffering through, it's not worth being single. Being single sucks. And you think to yourself, it always sounds great when you're with someone, but then you stop and think about it and go, actually, no, it kind of sucks because I'm one of the awkward dudes hanging out because, you go to a bar with your buddies and stuff, and it's just like, yeah, you're the awkward ostrich in the corner having a Guinness to yourself going, oh, yeah, don't mind me, I'm just tagging along, I'm the wingman here, this guy's getting all the ladies here, don't mind me now. He laughs, but it's probably true. I bet you anything, you would go into a bar, chicks are going to be all over you, dude. Guarantee it.
Not always, because I'm kind of quiet,
Yeah, but you got the mysterious thing going on. Chicks dig that shit. It keeps them guessing. Let's face it, okay, I'm so sick and tired of women saying, men are just assholes. I'm sick and tired of guys saying, I'm sick of sluts. No. Okay, here's the thing. One, women, you want something, you communicate. But then, after watching a video, ironically enough, called How to Tell a Fake Orgasm from a Real One, I posted it on Facebook. It turns out sometimes women do that because they love you and they want you to feel special. But don't take it as you're a failure. Take it as, oh, she's helped me get off. That's awesome. And then next time, hey, and I'll admit, the first time I asked after Stephanie, I didn't know shit. So I asked her, I said, look, I'm new to this as you are, and I don't want this to be awkward for you. I want you to enjoy this. I want to enjoy this, so help me. What would you like me to do to you? And, it was, taking that courtesy, and it paid off. It paid off wondrously. Yeah. So, yeah. But, so, let's see if it's, check my iPod here, make sure it connected correctly. Let's see. Videos. Let's go back. I got a couple music videos here I downloaded from YouTube. Which when I get my iTunes card, I want to download the songs I have on here. That way I'm not mooching completely. That's all I like to do. So, yeah, let's just see here. What the fuck? Okay. So maybe it's in photos. Sweet. So we got. Yep, they're there. Will it actually play though? Fuck yeah, they're playing. Sweet. Okay. Cool beans. Alright. Cool. I can carry stuff in my pocket. Aww. You're like, that's just oddly romantic or oddly perverted. Maybe it's both. I don't know. All I know is I miss Stephanie. I miss her terribly. But, yeah, man, you know, I think a couple months of being single and not having the best of luck with women, I realized that, you know what? Screw this. I want Stephanie back. This is not fun. I screwed up and, you know, whatever, you know. So, yeah. So, yeah. Part of what I do on YouTube is, you know, not just sitting here expressing myself and going through, you know, I think I realize now I see her for more than just sex. And I might have thought that in the past, man, that might be my depression talking, but, you know, I see her for more than just sex, man. She's an amazing woman. She really is. You know, I'd give anything to have her here with me right now. I would. But she's still on Job Corps, unfortunately. She's on personal right now, so she heads back to Job Corps tomorrow. You know. But, yeah.
What is Job Corps?
Well, Job Corps is a government program. You go in there and they feed you and they give you housing for free and they pay you like at the most $50 every 2 weeks. You have to work your way up to that though, and in between that you're taking education and training to get a trade and stuff. It's a great program, but the particular job where I went to was not the most professional in the world. I could go on for hours on some of the hypocrisy I've had to deal with at that place.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be productive, and it just ended up pissing me off. And, you know, the way they preach it, like, oh, Job Corps is your last opportunity to make something of yourself. I'm like, is it now? Look, I've got my own apartment, I got my own job. Screw you, Job Corps. So,
Yeah.
you know, that could be your pickup line. Like, I know a guy who used to work for the government. Ooh, that's kind of cool. And I was kind of a troublemaker at Job Corps. I'm not gonna lie. And
I've heard of it before.
yeah, it's
it can, like, there's a certain age.
yeah, 16 and 25 is the age limit.
Yeah.
So, and most of them are high school dropouts. Don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Filling them into a corporation of government-run bullshit. You know, it's just like, yeah. Most of them don't even give a shit. So then they go and give them these jackets and give them the authority to become student leaders and enforce the rules that they break. It's kind of, you know, yeah, loads of fun. Especially when, you know, you got your Lodge 1, you know, I was a member of Lodge 1. It's a pretty awesome lodge, too, you know, and so they're in Lodge meeting. Oh, yeah, guys, we're going to quit horse plane running up and down the stairs. It's a safety hazard. And the guy doing that was just doing it 5 minutes before Lodge meeting. I'm like, hypocrite. And everyone started laughing. And I was told to be quiet. I'm like, no, this is bullshit. If I'm going to sit here and be told to follow the rules, you know, they should be leading by example. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it made me any better. I'm not saying it justified my actions. I'm just saying that if I'm being told that this is how it's being done, then they better do it too. If I'm expected to do it, they're expected to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rules are rules, and it's just, yeah. And when I first got there, it wasn't half bad, you know what I'm saying? It was alright. But then, over the past couple of months at Job Corps, it was like, oh, you know. I remember the last chick I had a crush on before I met Stephanie, and it got to the point where if I smelled cotton candy, Shula's perfume smelled like cotton candy. It drove me insane. I went to Chuck E. Cheese for lunch for my 21st birthday. You know, you can laugh all you want. You can laugh too, you too, but my sister wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese. I thought, what the hell, you know? They got good pizza, and the games are reasonably priced, so who the fuck cares, you know? They actually offer beer there, so... you know, you just like, fuck it, I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese and get a beer and a pizza and play video games. Not give a no, I'm kidding, but yeah, anyway, they had a cotton candy machine there, and as I'm walking out the door, I got a whiff of cotton candy. I'm like, oh my god, is she here? I'm looking around like, oh, what's the cotton candy machine? Okay, this is, and I thought, you know what? And it got to that point in my life where I've been chasing girls since I was 13. I was 20 years old, and none of them were taken to me. You know, they were all thought I was a creep, or I was just, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? I give up. Screw it. I got bigger shit to worry about than trying to get laid and get a girlfriend. I got bigger priorities. I gotta get out of fucking Job Corps because, you know, this is, you know, whatever. So I quit caring, and then on top of that, Job Corps depression, I attempted suicide with a guitar string, ironically enough. I had it tied around my neck like a slip knot, so. And one of the jacket leaders came in, caught me trying to kill myself. I had to talk to staff and all that shit, and then about a month later, I met Stephanie. So every time I've attempted suicide, you know, there's always been something to remind me, you know, not to do it. In the irony, Job Corps heard about my suicide attempt, and all of a sudden chicks were talking to me like you're all sorry for me and shit, like, oh, Josh, what are you thinking? And I'm like, well, if I want chicks to talk to me, I should attempt suicide more often. That's my grim sense of humor. But yeah, an oat in the irony, I get caught with some pot at Job Corps. The same Jack Lee that stopped me from killing myself ratted me with some of my buddies out. 5 days in a homeless shelter, back in the Casper, got my hair cut and everything. My hair was a little longer than what it is now, and yeah. And now I'm here after months of working at Wendy's and busting my butt, making the lobby look good so I could have an awesome apartment. So, you know, people want to talk all this shit you want, but life can get better. You know, you might fuck up, you might be in prison for something you did stupid, you know, but the thing is, you're in prison, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the thing, just I've had thoughts like a serial killer. I've admitted I've thought about it. I thought it'd be kind of cool, but I thought, you know what? I see the shit they go through in the documentaries of hiding the corpse once you destroyed it, you know, or done whatever you do with it. I thought it's kind of a pain in the ass. All puns aside, you know. You know, so I think to myself, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth their life. It's not worth my life, because then if I get caught, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
And then I got no apartment. I got them in jail. That's some guy I don't even fucking know. You know, and I don't think Stephanie wants to visit me in prison either, so, yeah, no, fuck that. If I want to talk about murder, express it, I'll go through, play it on a video game or express it in my music, and that's always helped because it helped me get rid of some of that anger I've had built up, so.
Yeah.
That's why you're seeing the album cover the way it is because I'm angry at society, and I want to just say, fuck you, I don't care, here's an album, you know?
Yeah.
So, I'll offer it for free, too, but it's, you know. You're a Raiders fan, huh?
Yeah.
My dad is, but he quit watching football because it pissed him off so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My dad's got high blood pressure, so he had to quit watching football because it was pissing him off so much. Some people get way into it, though. Like, way too into it. Like, that's bullshit. My dad's there and just, you know, look like you want to chuck a remote at the TV. I'm like, it's just a game. Good Lord.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I guess I don't understand people's addiction to sports, and I don't understand my addiction to music, so. Have you ever been paintballing? Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Job Corps offered that as a elective was one of the things they offered. It was early fall, colder than fuck out. I'm in nothing but my pajama bottoms and a mesh t-shirt and a bandana on my head and my boots on, you know. I'm like, let's do this, you know. I'm fucking freezing, free balling, sitting there ready to go, you know, and I'm sitting there, you know. And then one of the chicks walked by, and unfortunately I got a boner, and I'm not exactly small, so yeah. One of the chicks noticed and ran out screaming, and then one of the Asian kids, he came up and smacked me in the dick, like I'm like, dude, God, no. And ironically enough, his name was Plogay, and this, no, this guy was weird, man. But you know, it's okay. He's just, I'm getting out of the shower. I got my towel out, Johnny. I'm sitting there fixing my hair in the dorm bathroom, and he comes in and make a bowl of ramen noodles in the sink, and he's like, "I'm gonna see your dick." I'm like, "No, I'm not. That's gross, dude. Come on." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you met some interesting people at Job Corps. I think he's just doing the fuck with me, and I really could care less at this moment. But ugh. Sweet. Now I got Stephanie on my iPod. Awesome. So, yeah. Yeah. Ironically enough, one of the videos consists of me and Stephanie watching porn together. Really ironic.
It's hard to find a girl that likes to watch porn.
Yeah, and she actually doesn't care that I smoke cigarettes. She does not care at all. Does not bitch or complain once. And when she gets on her period, she doesn't get cranky. She just gets groggy and tired.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, that's like awesome because, and then, and all, I care for her, man. I care for her so much. I wish she was here right now. But I don't know. I don't want to rush things, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that's what happened the first time we got together, is we rushed things. But then, I know the minute she gets here, I want to kiss her, and then if she does get back together with me, it's going to be like church bells ringing, Cradle of Filth and Infectimine playing in your head, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Just talking to her, you know, I feel a lot better than I felt in a long time. I've been so freaking depressed lately, you know, and yeah. So, I don't know. But what I do know is I miss Stephanie. I want her so bad. I can taste hers. And it's not just the sex, man. You know, like I said, and people didn't get that twisted. I repeat myself on YouTube, so pardon me for repeating it again. You know, it's deeper than that, you know. But whatever.
Well, you're still friends with her, right?
Yeah. So.
Well, that's always a good thing.
Yeah, at least we're still friends. You know, friend zone, awkward, you know. Yeah. So if I can get that car by the time, if she does get back together, man, that'd be nice if we could have a car, you know. I could tint the windows and repaint it and make it look all nice and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. The interior I thought was actually blue. It turns out it's dark green. The seats are actually a dark green, and so it looks really sharp. That looked really sharp with my sound system, the blue speakers, and then of course that's where I got a stereo system in. I noticed that, and he's like, if that's why he's charging $2,000 for it, I'm gonna be like, look, you can take your CD player out, and I'll put my system in if you want to lower the price, because I got a sound system for it anyway. So.
Right.
I got the flashcards, and all I do is when I get home is I'll read them. I'll sit here and listen to Avril Lavigne read them because they'll keep me distracted, you know. And then I'll pass out. I'll wake up and it'll be fresh in my head, and just keep doing that until I know it by heart. That way, you know. Or what I can do is I can record myself reading the questions in GarageBand and then listen to it on my iPod while I clean the lobby. That works too. You know, that way I can study while I work, which is actually convenient because I like listening to music when I clean lobby and close it anyway. It makes, you know, it keeps me focused and productive, so, yeah. But, oh well. Oh, man. In fact, a number of times when Stephanie could take off another for us in Job Corps and have a little bit of fun. We got away with it like that. And by the time staff found out, it was like a couple months later. And I don't think they really cared because even though it was against the rules, they saw I was actually trying to be more productive with Job Corps, actually trying. And they saw how happy I was and saw how happy Stephanie was. And they're like, you know what? If it makes them happy, we're not going to say anything. But then they turn around and say, well, we have a zero tolerance policy for drugs and all that other shit. They catch me with pot on campus and they terminate my ass. It's like, yeah, no. Bullshit. Bullshit. But, oh well. I can remember a situation I went through where one of the other guy dorms, there was a douchebag choking out one of my dorm mates, who I didn't care for, but it was still part of my dorm, and he's got underage. And I'm like, why don't you pick on someone your own size? You know, this guy started talking mad shit, and he's like, you know, what are you going to do, Alzheimer's? I'm like, whatever. I started to walk away. Let's go with that guy, chokes me out. And this guy's half my size. I could have easily kicked his ass, but I thought, you know what? I'm here at Job Corps. God, it was frustrating. So I walk back in the trade, angry, and my instructor, he's like, "What's up?" And I'm like, I told him what happened. He's like, "You can press charges." I'm like, "You can press charges? Really?" So I go to dorm staff, and I told them what happened about the incident where this guy was going on choking people out for his sick amusement. This guy had a history of it. The person who was choking out before me was a minor. Oh yeah, big time offenses, according to our society. And it's also violence. Zero tolerance policy for violence, right? So I report to staff. I press charges. Well, the guy he choked out drops out of Job Corps, doesn't press charges. On top of that, the guy did the choking, and the guy was choking people out. Didn't get in trouble for it. Didn't get punished for nothing. I'm like, that's bullshit. On top of that, I'm sitting there, I'm just sitting there living. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Where's your zero tolerance policy now? You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sitting there smoking a cigarette, and I have dorm court for a stupid write-up I got. I'm thinking, ugh. The same Jackie Lee that stopped me from committing suicide comes out. He's like, "Hey, sorry, you got dorm court." I'm like, "Oh shit, sorry." He's like, "Don't worry about it, you don't have to go tonight." I'm like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, cool." So even if, you know, justice was slow, but no, it comes in the end. It's a quote by Ozzy Osbourne. It's off his song "Life Won't Wait," and you know what? Life's not gonna wait for you, man. I thought to myself the whole time, thinking he's getting away with being violent on campus because his girlfriend's a Jackie leader, and of course, if you're involving a situation with students. And here's the thing. Um, Supposedly you're not supposed to walk between the dorms. You're supposed to go up the hill or walk around because you're just not supposed to walk between the dorms. I don't know why they had it, but this is wintertime, and walking up that gravel road was icy and slippery, and I didn't want to slip and fall. So I thought, I want to walk around by one of the dorms so I don't slip and fall and hurt myself. And so 20 of these jacket leaders from, like, I think dorm 2 or 3 would start talking mad shit, and talking all gangster shit, like shit, whatever. Like, hold on, I'm gonna give you a write-up. I'm like, for what? For walking between the dorms. I'm like, fuck off. They're talking mad shit and whatever. And then they turn the rap into disrespect to a leader, which in staff's eyes looks pretty bad. And I told them, I said, look, this is complete bullshit. There was ice on that hill. That hill's nothing but rock, and it's just solid ground because you're out in the middle of the fucking forest. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm being disrespected here. Whoa, can you name the individuals that did it? And then nothing happened. I got the write-up dropped, and that was it, And I think to myself, okay, so every month, every 6 months, they'd have a new batch of Jackie leaders, and my joke was, oh, a fresh batch of hypocrites, ha ha ha. I mumbled it to myself in the assembly, and people would kind of chuckle because, And you know what? I was pissed off with it, but rather than let it get to me, I decided to make jokes about it. Welcome to Drama Corps, more rules and trees, as they'd say, and make fun of it. And people took it as me being negative. I'm like, no. Sometimes when I'm angry, I find it easy just to make jokes about it, and it helps me with my stress. And because it didn't matter how many times staff would bitch about students harassing each other and the usual bullshit, they never changed. It never fucking changed. It just got worse and worse. And by the time I left Job Corps, I'm like, I was actually sad because I wasn't going to see Stephanie, but then that's all and because really, and I was doing pretty good in trade too. I office administration. I could be making $14 an hour to sit on my ass and answer phones, but no, I'm actually making $8.50 an hour to actually work. And I was Job Corps taught me a couple of things, professionalism and all that. So yeah. And, fuck, dude, I'm waiting for them to appeal my thing, and they haven't appealed it yet. And at this point, if they say, well, you can come back to Job Corps if you want, I'd be like, kiss my ass, I got my own apartment. You know what I'm saying? I got a job at Wendy's, you know what? Fuck that, So, and they said to you, the way they talk to you, it's like, well, you're here at Job Corps, that's good, act like it's your last chance in life. I'm like, it's not, I mean, even if you're in prison for like a murder you committed, you realize you fucked up, and if you don't care, you don't care. That's your life, But if you're in prison for something you did that was stupid, you gotta own up to your consequences, be a man about it, and just accept it, because you fucked up. You made the decision. You made the decision to fuck up. So here's the thing about life: you have the control of your life to make whatever you want with it. You want something bad enough, you find a way to make it happen. I want a car, so I go. I call the guy, left a message, got my flashcards, went to study them. So yeah. I would study them at work, but the thing is, my backpack's cluttered, and I don't know. I got like a 15-minute break, so that's enough for me to eat a sandwich and smoke, and then get back to work. have a cigarette, you know, and get back to work. So, yeah. So, yeah. But, and this is why I don't make YouTube videos that much, is because I make them every day. I run out of shit to talk about. You know, I sit here and ramble on about nothing, you know. But, yeah. You want a video? Here's your fucking video. You know. And part of my depression was some of the negativity I was receiving on YouTube. So, you know, I thought, why should I fucking care anymore? I quit caring, and look how my guitar playing improved drastically. I got faster when I did. So, yeah. But I've been taking a break from my music so I can rest of it, you know. Because I'm trying to fire all this creativity into music like I did with a YouTube video. Eventually I burned out, and it's like, ugh, I got nothing. So, nothing's really sticking for chords. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'll take a break from my guitar playing and, you know, just work on better at my job, maybe get a car. So, yeah. And here's the thing. I'm going to mount this on the hood of my car if I get the car I want, the car I'm looking at getting. This Cobra. This gonna look sick as fuck, dude. Sick as fuck. It's not from my old Cobra can I used to have. But, yeah. I figured, you know, if I can get a car, doing good. I called the guy who was selling it, and he wants $2,000 for it, but I noticed that the roof is hail damaged, half the taillights are cracked, and it's got some nicks and dings in the paint. And I'm thinking it's an older car. He wants $2,000 for it. I'll give him $1,000 for the most of it, but if he's willing to make payments, I can do that too, you know. And yeah, so, which isn't a problem for me, as long as see, if I get my car, my driver's license, it'll make things a lot easier. Think about spending on gas for your pickup, because you kind of give me a ride to work and stuff. It really helps, you know. If I get a place to stay, it helps me out with the ride to work, you know. It helps him. I help him out with knowing gas because he's new in town. So I figured, you know what, you know. And that's just the thing, is you don't see that kind of like kindness in our society anymore. And that's just the thing that really irritates me the most, is that you don't see someone holding the door for someone anymore. You don't see, you know, the how do you do, you know, the respect in our society has gone down so much, and it's just the bar's been set so low. So I was like, you know what? They can be disrespectful. I can be 10 times worse. That's why you have the CD. It's just the way it is. I don't give a fuck. Here it is. You know. So that attitude you saw, that persona, that energy you saw in that guitar video, when it's getting so many views right now, that's what I'm putting into the CD. And when it's done, I'll post a link in that particular video. And you know why, you ask? Because by the time I'm done making that CD, with the views growing the way they are, by the thousands each day, I post that video, the link for the CD in that video. When it's done, it's not done yet, but when it is done, I will post it. So, yeah. Well, I feel a lot better getting that off my mind, but anywho, this is KingCobraJFS with another video, and I thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.